Little red thing there.
It's on. Does that mean recording now?
We are recording now. Well, good evening everybody.
Yes.
Welcome to the Inkerman Report. Half time at Friday night footy. I'm Geoff
and I'm Greg, and we're going to give you a report on the match so far.
So Grego, who's playing tonight?
Richmond are playing the Port Power, Geoff.
And I noticed during that first quarter you were making a prediction that this was going to be a draw. But after that second quarter we've just seen where, is it Glenelg? No, it's Port Adelaide, isn't it?
Yeah.
Port Adelaide. Port Adelaide kicked 7 goals in that quarter.
They did, yes.
And they're up by about 23 points at the moment. So what are your thoughts? You think it's still going to be a draw, Greg?
Well, it's not impossible to be a draw, I suppose, but it's very wet and slippery, so quite often sides don't make a comeback from a deficit of that big at half time, do they? When it
No, not from a deficit of that big. No,
not when it's so wet. Sure. Exactly right.
No, that's exactly right. Yeah.
However,
what?
It could happen because Jack Rewald is the X factor in this game. And
Who said that?
And I know this. I know he's the X factor because my mate Geoff told me that, and he could win the game off his own boot, even when it's wet and slippery. But I'll still go for a draw, Geoff.
You'll still go for a draw?
Yes, I will.
You'll still go for a draw. Can I hold you to that?
Well, you can. I'll bet you.
What's riding on that?
I'll bet you a whole biscuit.
A whole biscuit?
Yeah, one of those biscuits. Yeah. I'll even bet you 2 biscuits if you like.
Biscuits.
Yeah,
okay.
That'll be a draw. What's your prediction at this stage then?
My prediction is Port Adelaide by a goal.
Oh. Well, that's fair enough, I suppose.
Home ground advantage.
Yes.
23 points in front at half time. It was raining heavily in that quarter, although the rain might ease. So therefore, gives Richmond a chance to get back into it.
It does.
Dustin Martin's had many disposals for Richmond. Travis Spoke's doing a great job. But some of the lesser lights for Port Adelaide are doing really well.
Well, that is true. Martin's won the contest against Ebert.
You reckon?
I do, but I reckon Mitchell's holding Cochin quite well, so they've got a couple of players a bit down on form, Richmond, I think, and anyway, it remains to be seen. And I think Trengove's doing a pretty good job in the ruck against Marich. I mean, if he continues to do that in these conditions.
And Broadbent's kicked a couple of goals. He's playing really well, isn't he?
Well, he is. He's for a defender. He's been up forward a little bit. Yeah.
Is he a defender?
Well, I think he is most of the time, isn't he?
Geoff said that before, I reckon, but I don't know whether he's right.
No, I don't
anyway.
know. Well, I'm not sure what's right or wrong either, because I'm not even sure who the best players are or anything. But I know Kenny said at quarter time to Port Adelaide, because Richmond were in front by 1 goal at quarter time, and Kenny said they were being outnumbered. So obviously he told them not to be outnumbered.
How can they be outnumbered? There's only allowed to be 18 players on the ground at any one time. You can't ever be outnumbered unless it's like back in the old days with West Adelaide playing whoever it was when they had to call for a count.
No, but Geoff,
and Bob Loveday jumped over the fence.
No, but Geoff, I know
this. You remember that?
I do. I saw Bertie Johnson jump over the fence too at Richmond over one day. He's going that fast, he ended up in the crowd.
You don't see much of that anymore.
No, you don't. Anyway, no, but that's 40 years ago, Geoff.
Yeah, I mean
that's got nothing to do with tonight's game.
They don't play footy like they used to.
No, they don't.
They don't play footy like
No, they don't. It's just.
I haven't seen one drop kick tonight.
No, you're right.
Except for a couple that are here.
The 2 drop kicks.
Did you get that?
You mean those 2 drop kicks talking on the screen up there? Is that what you're talking about?
Maybe. Goodness me, who's up there?
No, well...
Okay, all right, well, keep going. Sorry, I interrupted you.
You did. I was talking about Kenny. Kenny told him at quarter time that they were outnumbered.
Kenny Rogers?
Kenny Hinkley.
Kenny Hinkley.
And I know this because I heard it, because they had the microphone in his ear, and so he said he's got to the team that you must correct this outnumberedness.
Outnumberedness?
So they
How do you spell that?
Look, I'll look in the dictionary in a minute, all right? Just let me finish. You've interrupted me again.
I have. Do you know what you're talking about?
So they corrected this outnumberedness by kicking 7 goals to none before Richmond scored another one. right?
They did,
so they got ahead, but then Richmond clawed a couple back,
got those
right?
two there. Do you think they're still
they-
in it? Do you think they're still in
It
it?
is still winnable. 23 points down. It's still winnable.
It's still winnable.
However, with the rain, it always favours the side that's in front. It's not like a dry day where you can just get a run on. The ball is too slippery for that. However, I still, I'm probably not agreeing with myself right now, but at the beginning of the game I said it would be a draw, so I guess I should stick with that prediction. That would be only fair, wouldn't it?
And we've got a couple of biscuits riding on it.
Although I'm...
What did I say?
I'm doubtful of it now. You said Port would win by a goal. But you didn't make that statement until half time, whereas I said mine at the beginning of the game, so you're cribbing on me a bit there.
Am I?
With that prediction. Well, that's my assessment of it.
It'll be interesting to see who does win.
To try and get out of losing my biscuits.
It will be interesting to see who wins.
Yeah.
Good cup of tea, Grego.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It always is, Geoff. I always make a good cup of tea for you. You know that.
You know, this is the first ever Inkerman report.
It is.
And it might be the last.
It could well be the last too. And the red light's still shining, so it's still recording. You know?
Yeah, it means that it hasn't run out of tape or whatever it is that it does up there.
Or whatever you got up there. Yeah, I wouldn't have a clue what...
I think at this stage of proceedings, Grego, we might have a revision of this at 3/4 time and see how things are going then, and then we'll have a wrap-up after the game, after the final siren.
Do a wrap-up, and I think it's probably best to do the wrap-up after listening to Bruce's stats, because he's always got it right, whereas...
Do you think he knows what he's talking about, Bruce?
Sometimes.
You reckon?
Sometimes,
I don't know about that.
He gets his numbers wrong. Yeah. Oh, look, it's just, I'm not sure who the best player is. It could be...
I reckon that young Barry Burns, or whatever his name is, for Port Adelaide, he's playing a good game. The young fella, he's going
doing
well.
all right too.
And what's his name, Cracker. He's playing a cracker.
Cracker's playing a cracker. Yeah, I can agree with that,
He's
Geoff.
playing a cracker. He always finds something.
And also, Kane Mitchell back for his first game.
Yep,
He hasn't had very many possessions.
He's nullifying whoever he's nullifying.
And I know who he's nullifying.
Who's
a
that?
bloke called Tret Cotchin, who is a Richmond legend, and he's hardly had any kicks either. So Mitchell, although he hasn't had many possessions, he is stopping Cotchin from getting any.
Do you reckon?
He's playing a good defensive game on one of their key players, Geoff.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Do you think that Jay Schultz, because he used to play for Richmond, is not really carrying his weight tonight? He's not really playing up to his potential?
I'm not sure the reason.
Do you think there's money going on this, and he could be throwing the game for Port Adelaide?
Geoff, that's
I shouldn't.
That's a nasty implication.
No,
he hasn't played for years.
No.
He's had a crook back, and
he could be the X factor. I can see Jay Schultz. I can see Jay Schultz kicking the winning goal with about 10 seconds to go. How's that for a prediction?
Well, you're allowed to have that prediction. I don't think he will.
It's a fairy tale come true.
It's a fairy tale, yeah.
It's a fairy tale.
He's going to have to lift his game for that to happen, though, Geoff, because I'm pretty sure he started on the bench, so that's why we didn't see him early. But since he's been on, he's only had one maybe two possessions. So he hasn't started off too well.
Well, tradesmen do their best work on the bench. They really do.
They do. That's for sure. Yeah, I've seen
hammer and nail stuff. You know, they really.
I've seen tradesmen at work. Yeah. No, and Westhoff, he hasn't done too badly.
What about that goal in the first quarter? That opening goal. That was just sheer magic.
That ripper off, he falling over on his left foot there.
That was just sheer magic.
Slap.
Yeah, and he got 2 goals in the first quarter.
What a snap, isn't it?
Okay, Grego, I think we'll wrap it up at this stage. Well, we won't wrap it up, we'll just pause for a moment.
We'll pause,
because we will revisit where we're at 3/4 time, and then, as I promised, we'll do a wrap up. Okay?
Righto. Well, you better go and...
Cool, Majul. I'm going to just go and press the button.
You press the stop button, all right?
I will press the stop button.
And then I'll stop talking.
Okay.